What's up?
Yes, people.
We are here again. It's been a while since we've done a little reaction thing.
It's been a minute, man.
Yeah.
It's actually been
and a bit. We're kind of hitting the, maybe not refresh button, but going back to the default to say so.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The thing is... The last time we did one of these videos, there was 3 of them.
Yeah, now there's 2. And now Rory and Mao are on the network, for those who know about the Jordan bar.
A lot has happened, man.
Have you watched that video with...
Which one? Olivia Pope?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've actually watched it.
You're buzzing. You need help, man.
He actually does.
He actually
does.
Help, well, let's get into it. It's the struggles of black content creators. Very intrigued.
Interesting. I actually want to see what these guys are saying.
We're talking about the fact that all these white people and white women get deals and black women are always looked at last. And I realize this because my man and I talk about this pretty frequently about marketing, right? Because he works in marketing and brand partnerships and understanding the audience, understanding the importance of the demographic. And I just think that most of these companies, these corporations, do not properly equip themselves to understand how marketing to a black audience works. And so they don't even understand the profitability of the black audience. So they're not even willing to take the risk to do it and bet on it because they don't, even though it's already been proven. That's the wild shit. But that's why I say the companies are not equipping themselves, especially all the ones that put up all those black squares last year on social media. Good job. Sick job diversifying Instagram page and not your company. Anyway, no, but I mean, most of these companies they're not equipping themselves to really have adequate teams to be like, yo, the black dollar is actually way more likely to be coming in if you subscribe to this type of content, if you're willing to pay these type of creators. Yeah. The bar now has been, I mean, we even talked about TikTok and the importance of TikTok. Think about how many young black creators on TikTok have gotten the short end of the stick.
Did you see apparently that the black TikTokers went on strike or something from creating dances? And so it's crazy because now it's coming out that all these white people tried to make a dance to Meg Thee Stallion's that shit, and it says put your hands on your knees, and the white people can't find their knees.
They just love their arms in the air.
They can't find their knees.
With this little dress on, I got
they can't create even. No. It's like they either culturally appropriate or they literally just steal ideas. One or the other.
I mean, the appropriating is the stealing of ideas.
Well, that's it.
That's all it is, and that's also why I say they don't know. Most of these corporations would not know what to do with bringing. Like if they decided, if all of a sudden, YouTube decided, you know what, we need to allocate a couple $1 million to these few like young black kids that are coming up with all these incredible dances on TikTok, just to have them do tutorials on YouTube, have it be exclusively on YouTube. We'll pay them a couple $1 million to do and let them have their space to do it. No one's even thinking about that and considering how profitable it is. Instead, they're picking up a random white girl and jeans and putting her on Jimmy Fallon.
There you go. Yep.
It's exhausting to me, but also it's upsetting because obviously being in a podcast space and having a certain quality of content, you understand that the only way to really be seen in that space is to continue your output and your oversaturation. So on top of being overly qualified to do it, you also have to come twice as hard with it. Like you have to produce even more.
She showed up with 100 episodes. So Spotify bought 100 episodes, 50 of which are with the other girl who's no longer even a part of the show.
But hasn't she been not a part of the show for a really long time already?
1 year.
And she's just...
What are you talking about?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to listen out for. I don't know.
Interesting.
That's not okay.
Bro.
What lawyer do they have?
And I'm not gonna lie, here's the thing too. And
she has a great one.
Well, clearly. But my bit of advice too, and I think that this is what happens when people are not protected. Because I don't even want to make this about just call her daddy. Because I met Sophia Franklin, dope girl. So I don't want to necessarily hone in on her, but we saw the same thing happen with a producer that was with Gilly and Wallow.
So quickly, just because it's halfway through the video now, what do you think about what?
Do you know what? Yeah, I do hear what they're saying. I do hear what they're saying in terms of what is deemed as popular culture right now.
Yeah.
So like music, arts and stuff like that. The content that black people create is popping. Like they even mentioned TikTok, like all of these dances that you see for all these songs, it's
Viral
black
videos,
creators
yeah,
that
yeah.
made all of this kind of stuff, and you don't really see like the black people that actually even created these content. You don't actually even see them. You see the big TikTokers, which are traditionally white females. White young females.
It's
really.
when they jump on it.
Yeah, when they
that's
jump on it, then yeah. So I do hear what they're saying in terms of like cultural appropriation, but I won't even say that it's really cultural appropriation in the sense that I don't feel like they themselves are doing it. So the actual white creators, or whatever, well, I don't know if they're creators, wherever those people, I don't think they're doing it maliciously. It is a popular thing, and regardless of whoever created the dance or whatever, they want to do whatever is going to make them viral. I don't think they're doing it like, let's steal this black people's ideas, kind of thing. So I do hear what she's saying in that sense, definitely.
I think it's interesting because I would think that when you're creating these viral videos, you know, you're putting out this content, you're not thinking about someone stealing your idea. You're just naturally putting out because that's what you want to do. Of course, if you're able to monetize it, that's what you want to do too. I can see why corporations wouldn't be, you know, corporations are stingy. Let's just be honest, yeah. If there's a way for, just like us, we're all walking billboards. If there's a way for Nike to sell you something and then you wear it and you're advertising for them and they don't have to pay you to do that, you already bought it, obviously. They're going to do that, you know, indirectly, you know. So I understand that side. But as easy as it may sound, maybe creatives need to find a way in such circumstances to take that content elsewhere. To take that value elsewhere, because you're injecting more value in a platform that is not giving you that return.
That's true. That's why for me, like I do like Patreon and some of these other platforms like that, where like fans and audiences can directly support the creators, and you as a creator, you'll feel much more appreciated than, let's say, you putting out your music on Spotify or putting out a video on YouTube or something like that, where
it's just a straight algorithm.
It's just like,
which isn't bad, but of course there's that side to it as well, you know. You know, that side.
But definitely, black creators don't get enough appreciation just in general. Just in comparison to white creators, it's facts. It's facts.
That's true.
On theirs, where he was there from day one, when was it Barstool who bought Gilly and Wall? It is Barstool, right? They got over $1 million deal. And this producer who was there from day one thought he was an equity person because he was a part of it from day one. Barstool's people came in and he got no money.
Wow.
And so I say it's crazy because a lot of us do. We saw this happen with JBP. You create these things with friends. You believe on either verbal things, or you just don't know the value of something in the very beginning. And I think even for this, and even for that producer on with Gillian Wallow, like, you lack not having the idea that no, you have to create a contract. You have to create a partnership agreement. You have to create something that protects you. Like, I literally just had a call, a week ago, 2 weeks ago with my legal. I have a partnership agreement. I have a contract here. I have a contract there. We got a call on with our lawyers, cost us hundreds of dollars, because I said, we need to break down what these contracts mean.
Exactly.
How can we move forward? What does it mean if we don't want to do this anymore? Who do we owe? What obligations do we have? And I think it's also important. The thing is, we're all creating our own wealth right now. A lot of us did not come from a generational wealth.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
A lot of us don't even come from a creative household. So this idea of us creating these...
We started from the ground up.
From the ground up. So a lot of us, in terms of understanding what a partnership agreement is, or understanding how to protect ourselves legally, we don't know.
We don't know what to ask for. We don't know what is like the ballpark figure. We also don't have like good guidance.
Because now my lawyer said, unless they got 60 mil, we're not showing up.
These corporations are not interested in taking that risk and really in cutting that check, unless it's, and in the Issa Rae situation, it's unfortunate, but there's a certain with black content in general, that especially with black shows, you can tell that there's a certain, it's non-threatening content, right? Like I get excited when I get to see shows like The Chi thrive, like 20s, which is also another Lena Waithe show, thrive. Even, going as far back to Boondocks and how honest
it's coming back to,
and how honest and raw Boondocks was. The content, the script writing was for that. And it was an animated show. Yeah. Like, I love to see shows that push the envelope a little bit more. Same. Insecure is a non-threatening narrative about Black women, about Black people. So of course HBO millions of dollars at it. And it's not to say that it's not an amazing show, but at the same time, we understand they're not necessarily the same team is not necessarily going to go in and do that every time for a Black story or a Black narrative or a Black podcast that they don't necessarily understand the market for, and B are not going to be able to control. But also something like this is like, okay, it's a blonde white girl like talking about. Of course, there's a market for that. It's like,
but is there? But that's my problem too, because as Black women, we also have those very same experiences with sex. And that's my problem. Even you bringing up the Boondocks. Yeah. Guess what show was just as problematic, had just as many curse words, and probably made millions of dollars more? South Park. Yeah. Still a cartoon. Yeah. But from the white narrative perspective instead of Boondocks, which was clearly a Black cartoon. And so, yeah, like I said, when I saw this, I was like, yay. I said to her, I said, see, girl, there's money in this space. But also just know we going to have to show up, be correct, and be here in a space where we know we're going to have to put in a lot more work than our white counterparts.
Yeah.
Some valid points were made there. There's also some false narratives, I feel like even that last example, yeah, it is true. But at the same time, I don't feel like Boondocks necessarily, I don't feel like they were trying to go down the mainstream line. It was always weird. Like, to watch Boondocks was just, I don't know whether like they've maybe been blacklisted from like mainstream TV or whatever. But there's also been like Cleveland Show and whatever Black. I can't think of any.
Few of them.
Yeah, but there's also been those kind of shows, even like on Disney Channel, Proud Family, all these other kind of shows as well, and they were doing well at the time, which is weird that I remember once upon a time there was a lot of Black representation on like TV, like mainstream TV, but nowadays I don't really think of I don't see any of that stuff like Fresh Prince. Everyone's watched Fresh Prince, My Wife and Kids, all of these kind of shows. So it's weird now when I think about it. Like, what's actually changed? Because if we're saying that it was a racial issue, then how come it was allowed back then when we would even say society was a little bit more racist than now? That's why I don't know what it is. But what I can say from like everything that has been said is that us as a community ourselves, I feel like we should support each other at the same time. If we can't always look for outreach from other people, I feel like we should first support our own. Because people are always saying, oh, why didn't people not do this? Why are people... And like, fam, do you support it? Do you even do like... Yeah, fair enough. You want someone else to spend their money to invest into things. But what about you? What are you doing to contribute to that as well? So I feel like, okay, yeah, we do understand that there are issues there, but at the same time, let us also help ourselves and support ourselves. Yeah, we can complain. We've had these conversations as well that we're not getting the same amount of love as thing. And again, it hasn't changed for a very long time. Yeah, we should still be fighting, but at the same time, let's also support.
No, I fully agree, you know, with that point. And sometimes it can be something as simple as like to dap someone down for something they do, you know, to be one of the viewers on a fellow, in this context, Black person, your Black friend, podcast or music, you know, giving them encouragement. These are small things, it's true. Because I think it goes back to that famous Jay-Z line where he says, you don't, I don't think, well, more or less, you don't own anything until you own your own. Something along, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, maybe even as I, you know, alluded to earlier on, it might come to, okay, taking these things elsewhere. You know, as I've seen even a lot of Black celebrities and athletes, they're now creating their own platform, like for example LeBron James, artists are creating their own production companies and whatnot.
You are doing.
But
Jay-Z himself made how could I think this guy, man? Tidal.
Like, yeah, literally, that whole music service, you know.
Like,
so I think that may be one of the goals, if not the goal, but I think it starts from where you said, man.
Honestly,
it starts from within. And if that doesn't work, then it sounds almost disappointing, sad. I don't know the word to find, to then first seek it elsewhere.
Yeah,
literally.
It's true.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
I hope everyone takes the time to kind of take that in, because it's something that we need to now and again, like, digest it, and it's easy to just like fly over our heads. But yeah, man.
Man. Let's support, man. Let's support each other.
Definitely. Again, these girls, you can see these girls still kind of go off topic now and again.
Yeah.
Even in the space. Yeah. 7 minutes, but we support them.
We do. We support them, man. We support them. Honestly, we do. So the thing is, man.
Oh my days.
But yes, people.
Yep.
Again, conversation continues in the comments, man.
Indeed. Thanks for the listeners, the viewers.
Yeah.
Step by step to the next level.
Let's go.
Just made off the top of my head. But Buzz,
yeah.
Peace.